Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to White Day, a labyrinth named School. Previously, we started off our first playthrough here on hard mode, essentially did all the kind of required story events that we needed to, ended with the janitor despawning after fighting the bloodthirsty tree. So we essentially have free run of main building 1 for the moment, and we're going to take advantage of that, so let's just jump right back in. Okay, so we are back. Are we back? Yeah, I think we're back where we started, right? Yeah. So what we're gonna do is start off with collecting all the items that we need for triggering ghost encounters and um, and puzzles for ghost stories, and read the ghost stories while we're at it, and then we'll deal with the ghost encounters after that, or as we come across them, I guess, if they turn up. So um, we'll start off with two things right here. First of all, you can see the little sparkler here. Paper crane, a crane made with black origami paper. And if you want to hear the loudest cabinet in existence, there you go. So let's start picking up documents. 2. Magazine pickup instructions. This is a notice from the student body. If you haven't received a school magazine, please come pick up your copy at junior homeroom 6. New and transfer students are especially encouraged to get a copy, as it contains information about the school and a school map, which is what we picked up at the beginning. So feel free to grab stuff as you go, but just note I'm skipping stuff for a reason. And as I said in the very beginning, we have our very first ghost story, number 7 of 20, first of 20 for us, of course, as far as collectibles go. But number 7, The Secret of the Pond. A long time ago, there used to be a small pond between the main building and the auditorium. They say that the pond was created by a bomb during the war, and it had been obliterated, and it had obliterated a refugee tent that had been pitched there. Obviously, every refugee in the tent died. It was said that the bottom of the pond was tainted red with their blood. There's another story about the pond as well. If you write to your crush asking them to come to the pond and they show up, you'll live happily ever after with them. A warning though, if your crush doesn't show up, then you will die by the pond's curse. Da Sam, a quiet and shy student, had a crush on an older student named Chan Yol. Pardon me for the pronunciations. Her crush deepened, and she couldn't deal with her longing anymore. She finally decided to write a letter to Chan Yol and wait at the pond. But her letter never made it to him. The letter passed through many hands, but somewhere down the line it got lost. Dasam had no idea that her letter was never delivered and waited for him all night at the pond's edge. The cold night spent by the pond caused her to come down with a serious fever, and she had to miss school for quite some time. After Dasam narrowly recovered, she returned to school and was even quieter and more timid than before. Her friends tried as much as they could to console her, but she ended up transferring to a different school. It was only a few days later that her body was found floating in the pond. It is said that on a night with a waning moon, a ghost appears who silently looks in from outside the building. They say that the water-bloated ghost, with eyes gleaming wildly underneath, dripping wet hair, searches for the boy who has her letter. And interestingly enough, we actually walked by the spot where this ghost appears, so we will be getting this ghost encounter. Alright, first story for us. Alright, so let's investigate the bathrooms. If you go into the bathroom stalls, I was talking about hiding. All you gotta do is walk in, and you automatically duck down. So, if you end up in that situation, okay, look for the sparkles. You got 2 of them. Quick way to search rooms. Cigarettes, Roseanne. Something that no student should carry. It was probably hidden by some delinquent. Damn those delinquents. Do kids still smoke nowadays? Like cigarettes? Cigarettes? I, I've been under the assumption that that's toned down a lot over the years. So let's check out here too, just to make sure we're not missing anything. I am looking, we will interact with these later, but we can't do anything with them now. These are like where you, back in my day, when they had chalk, so if you're not used to chalkboards, this is where they would clean the erasers. They basically dust them into the board, and there's that little grating there, so the chalk dust would fall through. That's, my age is probably showing on that one, because I don't see chalkboards that often anymore. While we're here... Oh no, there she's coming again! That's the haunted head ghost. Okay, workshop. There is one thing in the workshop right here. This is really important. This is where we can modify keys. Love is merely madness. That's an interesting quote to have on there. So this is the workshop room where we got the key for Sung-ah. I'm leaving all the doors open, so when the janitor's here, he has something to keep him occupied. I think I already got everything over here, because we got the coin, yeah. Okay, the next thing is in the records office, it looks like. So we're going to scope out all the rooms down here, though. I'm going to open this, too, before I forget about it. We'll check it out. We're at the south end of the map. I think there's actually something in here. I think it's down here. It might be the other map. I thought it said south, but maybe that's not the south. I don't know. Oh, nope, there it is. Typewriter button N, an old key that probably fell off of a typewriter. I don't think there's anything else in here, but we should open the upstairs door. Did I miss anything in here? Okay, watch for the shinies. I see one already. A note from the class president, Bayon-tae Kim. Bayon-tae Kim? I don't know. Because of you, the chemical solvent was taken from me by the teacher. I think he's mad about the time you were fooling around and spilled it all over the garden and killed the trees. What am I supposed to do now? I have chemistry class tomorrow. You have to take care of this. You can either go and beg him, or if you aren't chicken, go get it yourself from the gym storage room safe. Yeah, see, these are all clues. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of ignoring documents because I know what to do, but if you do read these, they give some important insight into, like the notes especially, like the general notes, give some insight into what to do, and some also give you some good backstory. So like the rumors are really good for backstory. By the way, the kids say that he's very forgetful, so he hides the medals he's won in the storage room and uses them as the passcode for the safe. So every door you leave open from here on out will cause the janitor to stop and inspect. So win-win if you ask me. Now I don't, like I said, I don't have any notes about picking stuff up in the classroom, so we are just... Oh my god, it's right there. My notes are not complete, are they? I was gonna say, why do I not have the classroom notes? The report card. I wonder if I do have these and they're just in the wrong area. Which classroom are we in? Oh, it's literally right here. I just have them on the wrong floor. Okay. A report card, second in class, a report card of a good student. It looks like he or she ranked in second place for getting a few questions wrong. Okay. I think that was the only one that sparkled. Which floor are we on? We're on floor 1. Oh, I literally have them in the wrong area. Okay. Um, let me adjust. I'm going to have to adjust my notes a little bit, but it's not really important quite yet. I just got to remember to move back and forth. So we're in classroom. We have 2-6, 2-5. Where's 2-5? There you are. Okay, I have to move these around a little bit. So 2, then the math puzzle right here. Okay, so I do have the notes on this. They're just in the wrong area. I thought that was weird why there's an entire floor of missing notes. I probably put them in... I probably saw the room number 2 and then thought it was second floor or something. Gotta remember this is a Korean game. Okay, 1 gram weight. If this stuff ever happens, just get as close as you can to it, it'll go away. That one must be in the other classroom. In fact, let's do a demonstration. Yeah, there you go. There's little hauntings that'll happen on occasion. I'm gonna keep the lights off. Just note that a lot of the, like, if you're going for ghost encounters, they won't happen if it's light out in many cases. I keep the lights off just so the janitor doesn't see me. I don't know how good his vision is, but... Got one there, okay. Okay, consumables. I haven't really read these yet, but, so let's quickly read these. Soy milk. Soy milk sold by the school. You can get it at the school store or from vending machines. So this is actually the one of the 2 that's tied to trophies. I think it heals you by like 25% of your health. Same thing here. This is another consumable that's tied to trophies. Tranquilizer eases your mind when you're nervous. Using it will calm you down. So if your heart rate gets high and you lose the ability to run, pop one of these bad boys. Just keep in mind, we need to use 100 of these each in order to get to a couple of those later trophies. So I'm going to try and save these as much as possible, and I'm going to... you can buy the soy milks from the machines, so just buy soy milk. And there's other things you can get. Like, you don't need to just focus on that. There's workarounds on the trophy, but stock up as many as you can. And if it's your first time, I mean, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world if you don't get them all. You can easily do it in a follow-up playthrough, or you can just replay the, kind of reuse what you have and then reload in. I mean, you don't need to use them all like directly. So you're only going to get about 10 tranks in the entire game. So you still need to use 100 of them. Instant lunchbox. A simple lunchbox, which is what I just picked up. Being full gives you energy and puts you in a good mood. I think this is a 75% heal, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything for this room or the next one. And of course, this is the one that the tree was in. Biology class note: spider. Arthropods that are arachnids. What? They weren't bugs? No, they're not. 8-legged. Ew. Come on. Don't be talking down to spiders like that. 6 to 8 eyes. Body parts are head, chest, and stomach. What's the difference? Are you serious? So it's a cephalothorax, which is the head and central body combined. And it's not a stomach, it's an abdomen. Big difference. So the cephalothorax, unlike the insects, is fused into one body cavity. There's a wandering kind, of settling kind, and a settling kind. They can't chew. They dissolve their prey with their stomach fluid. Gross. Its thin bones and... They don't really have bones. And squishy body make it hard to make a preserved specimen. No, it's not actually hard to preserve any kind of arthropods. All you have to do is pretty much drop them in alcohol. The problem is if you want to preserve color over form and function. Colors can be a little different. Then how'd they make the one in the biology? Yeah, exactly. Next week's assignment is measuring a spider's weight using the specimen. The teacher promised to tell a scary story if the class ends early next week. I'm excited. Yes, this is actually linked to a ghost encounter. So this is room 4, is it? Or is it 3? I think this is 4. No, 2. How did I get room... Oh, did I pass room 3? Yeah, I got my numbers all off. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is the one with the light on the other side. Okay, piece of class schedule. Anything else? Yes, there is. I don't have all the consumable locations down. That's why I'm just looking for major stuff in terms of what I have written. This is actually, I think, the room where the ghost spawns. If it's not this one, it's the upstairs one. But you need certain items to make them spawn. That's why they're not just randomly popping up. So let's see what else we have here. Student records office and main office. That's where we've been hiding from the janitor. Okay, we'll do a quick walk through here. Notice from maintenance, new installation notice. To avoid constant replacement of locks keys used in the school, we have purchased a machine that can combine and disassemble keys and have placed it in the workshop. We asked the facility manager to train all involved parties on the usage and maintenance of the machine. This is the one that's, of course, I was showing in the workshop earlier. Combining instructions, put 2 small keys in the tray, pull the lever to combine the keys. You cannot combine a key that has already been combined. Disassembly instructions, put a combined key on the tray, pull the lever to disassemble the key. The current keys to the mailbox through the school will be replaced with combined keys. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Those are actually really tricky to figure out. I'd never actually figured out how to, I think you have to kind of figure it out on your own, but there's only certain things you can open with them. All right. This is our second ghost story, and this is the one that's tied to our second ghost encounter and one of our compulsory ones, the tree ghost, the bloodthirsty tree. So, story number 5, Ghost Tree. Mi Hyung quickened her steps towards the classroom. Whatever sunlight there was had now completely disappeared, and the school was covered in darkness. Mi Hyun was annoyed with her friends. They had stopped on their way home to chat with her, even though she was still busy cleaning. They didn't even offer to help, and just left her on her own when they ran out of things to talk about. This made Mi Hyun uneasy, as Y High School was full of scary rumors. To make matters worse, she saw no students around today. She found the echoing of her own footsteps quite nerve-wracking. Her anxiety grew even more and more when she saw the potted tree in the corner of the hallway. This plant used to belong to her homeroom teacher last year. It reminded her of him and what happened last year. Her homeroom teacher, Mr. B, taught Chinese. He was quiet and had a thin build. He gave off a sad vibe. He wasn't friendly at all, not even trying to connect with his students or fellow teachers. He did, however, seem interested in maintaining his plants. He took extra care in the plant of his homeroom, Junior Homeroom 2. He cared for his plant so much that he checked on it during every class break. Then one day, a student accidentally dumped chemical solvent on Mr. B's favorite tree, hence why we had to use the chemical solvent on the tree. The tree turned black and shriveled up completely. Afraid of the repercussions, the student replaced the tree and decided to burn the old one. Even his friends were in on his plan. Together, they moved the dead plant to the incinerator and lit it on fire. The dead tree easily caught fire and was soon burning with a billowing black smoke. When the flames grew more intense, a scream was heard. It was like the burning tree was screaming out in pain. That's when Mr. B came running. Watching his favorite tree burning made him go crazy. Before anyone could reason with him, he dashed into the open flames to be with his favorite tree in the fire. Both Mr. B and the tree were engulfed in flames in a matter of seconds. No one spoke. Everyone was in shock from what they had just observed. Judging from the matching statements from the students involved, the police decided that it was a case of suicide by delusion. Mi-hyun was there that day at the incinerator. That's why, every time she saw a plant Mr. Beak used to care for, it made her shiver. She normally made an effort to not pass through where the plants were. She would have walked around it today too, if she wasn't in such a hurry. Mi-hyun tried hard to calm herself down when she saw a light on in the nearby homeroom. She heard someone moving in there, too. Scared of being left alone in the dark building, she was happy to see there was someone else in school. She quickly opened the classroom's door, but what she saw was the back of a man in front of a plant. Mi-hyun froze in terror when she realized what she was seeing. This was her homeroom from last year, Junior Homeroom 2. The man slowly turned around and faced Mi-hyun. He was holding a dog's corpse with its belly ripped open, and his other hand was covered in blood. Behind him, Mi-hyun could see that the blood and organs were covering the leaves and stems. He slowly approached Mi-hyun and said, "Oh good, I was running out of food for my tree." There you go, we got some background on that one. Alright. So we have the ghost tree, and there should be... Did I grab the weight? No. Now we got the weight. Then main office. This one we already know it's the key, but oops. Facility maintenance request slip. Facility maintenance. Sorry, same thing. Submitted by faculty office head teacher requested to facility maintenance department request. There's a creaking noise coming from the third floor hallway in front of the music room in main building 2, which is where we're going next. We suspect the wooden boards are worn out. There's a risk of it coming completely loose, endangering the students. It is urgent that the board is repaired as quickly as possible. That's actually a clue to break the board. Okay. Small red key. We already got the item here. Alright. So I think we've done everything on this floor. Let's see, I don't think I saw anything on the stairs. I think there's something... Yeah. Love letter, a love confession written... or love confession letter written by a female student. Okay, and we got the other stairway one already. And I'm pretty sure there's some stuff here. There's a few rooms here though, so let's take a look at what we have. Let's see. Broadcasting room and recording room. Alright. I think I have lists for those. So we should have a ghost story here in the broadcasting room. Then we have the bloody workbook, a math workbook with bloody marks. And bloody prints, very nice. I think I got the train here already. Okay. Alright, Ghost Story 3, number 4 on the list, of course. A woman locked in the closet. This is one we can actually find in this building that we'll be going for as well. So, we'll do The Secret of the Pawn Ghost and A Woman Locked in the Closet while we're here. Tae-hyun was serving detention again. He was made to write an essay to apologize for beating someone up that afternoon. The real problem, I'm gonna go Tae. Tae-hyun had... The real problem Tae-hyun had was that he was the only one being punished. He suspected that the boy he fought was from a wealthy family. Tae-hyun knew the faculty coordinator was corrupt enough to take bribes. Unlucky day, he thought. His arm felt like it was going to fall from all the writing he did. To top it off, he was also hurting from the fight. The other student couldn't beat him fair and square, so he had grabbed a broom and swung it at Tae-hyun. It was at the moment that Tae-hyun had just taken away the broom that the faculty coordinator showed up. Because of that, Tae-hyun ended up getting beaten even more. Thinking about everything that happened made him angry again. He tried to calm himself down and was determined to beat up the boy as soon as he came to school tomorrow. This guy is not sounding like a nice guy. Suddenly, he heard a clattering sound in the closet behind him. It sounded like a mouse was trapped inside. Since the building was very old, it wasn't rare to find a mouse in school. He tried to ignore it and concentrate on writing his essay, but the clattering sound continued. Already agitated, Taehoon violently threw open the closet doors. What he found was not a mouse. There were rumors that a ghost's head had been seen flying out of the closet. There were also rumors that male students had been found inside the closet with their bodies crushed and mangled. The teachers tried to contain it, but the stories spread like wildfire. According to the rumors, the school was used as a concentration camp for political prisoners during the occupation. Many people died here after being tortured, with the dishonor of being labeled traitors. One of these tortured souls included a woman who was arrested on behalf of her husband who dodged conscription during the war. She was tortured viciously to reveal the whereabouts of her husband, but kept her silence. In the end, they locked her up in a specially designed closet where she could neither lie nor sit. She died slowly in agony without being able to move. And I have not seen these myself, but I've heard they are quite nasty to see, the way the bodies come out of these. 'Cause that's a real thing. It was after the war ended that her corpse was recovered. It is said that they had difficulty putting her body in a coffin because her neck and knees were bent stiffly at odd angles. Students believe that her ghost still wanders around in the walls of the school. It's said that if you open a closet at night, she will stick out her twisted neck to claim her next victim. Yeah, that's actually a rather disturbing story. Just for the fact that that exists. Anyways, so that was the broadcasting room. So we have another set of classrooms to look at up here. Check the hallways as well too, because there's a lot of times you'll find items dangling about. Okay. That's the puzzle room. Oh, this is the room. It's not the downstairs. Do you mind? Okay, I didn't actually look. Was there any shinies? I didn't see any. What room number is this? 2-8. I think the chalk is in here, right? Chalk. Is it not this one? I thought it was. Maybe it's not 2-8. Did I misread that? Oh, I'm in the wrong room. 2-7. Okay, this is 2-8. This is important. Did I go to the wrong one? Okay, don't grab the talisman. This is the one that Soyeon was in. So there's supposed to be... Okay, yeah, this is actually really important. I'll grab the chalk. And we're gonna leave... There's a story in that cabinet. We're gonna leave that one. That one's actually really important. We'll come back for that one. This is 2, does that say 9? Yeah. Okay, starting to get the idea. Okay, got a closet in the back. Or closet. Okay. Class materials. Okay, so school documents. Oriental Studies, Interesting Theory of the Five Elements. Teacher, Vice Principal, Sang-Moon Lee. Let's learn about the five elements. Okay, this is actually really important towards the main story as well. They've already brought this up, sort of. Let's learn about the five elements, the foundation of Oriental studies. The five elements are often only thought of as part of Eastern philosophy. This is why the importance of the five elements has been lost in the modern world today. This actually relates to those talismans. Remember the first one was a metal one? I want to say the next one's wood, maybe? I can't remember. The five elements represent the changes and the properties of everything in this universe. They are expressed in these five symbols: wood, fire, earth, metal, water. The five elements describe the changes and the nature of the universe, and can be expressed as birth, growth, collection, union, and change. The first element, wood, represents birth. Fire represents a stage of growth. Metal represents a stage of collection. Water represents a stage of union. Finally, earth represents the soil upon which the previous four elements progress, symbolizing a stage of change. Okay. This is... And there's a little drawing here. You might see those around the school. Don't worry about those yet. That has to do with how you do you mind? I'm trying to think and talk here. Those relate to unlocking. There you are. The other playable character, Truthfinder. Yundu newspaper, summer issue, The Secret of the Storage Room. Our school is pretty good about managing lost belongings. The school rule is that unless an owner is found, lost items will be kept indefinitely. They are sorted by the dates they were found and grouped in boxes accordingly. The items that have been unclaimed for long periods of time are stored separately. Oddly enough, there are some expensive and rare things that can be found here. The items in the storeroom can be used by anyone. Now let's talk about the secret of the storage room. The room gives off a cold and creepy feel, like in a haunted house. Some say it's because it's where all the unwanted items are stored, but others speculate it's because of the items left by people who've killed themselves. Let's take a look at the following story. C found a cushion that she really liked. She was worried that the cushion would be claimed before it was thrown into the forever lost box. In the end, the cushion made its way to her, but she lost it shortly after, and the cushion was returned to the storage room by someone else. C went to the lost and found and took the cushion back, but somehow the cushion found its way back to the storage room. This went on for a while before she finally gave up. A former graduate recalls a time when he was shocked when entering the storage room. A music box he had seen in the storage room while he was attending the school 10 years ago was still there, in the exact same condition as it was back then. Perhaps there really are items possessed by ghosts in that room. Another mystery is the fact that the quantity of lost items seems to be maintained at a certain level at all times. Okay. Ugh. That's getting on my nerves. Okay. I keep forgetting that these doors can open too. Whoa! Oh, you were supposed to show up earlier, not now. She snuck up right on me there. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh no. Oh, we're in a ghost room too. This is the. Never mind. Let's leave. Okay. All right. So what are we missing? Oh, the hauntings never give up. Okay, we have 2-9. I don't see anything for 2-9. 2-8 is the one we... Wait, is 2-8 the one we need to go... Yeah, 2-8 is the one we need to go back to, which I have stuff for. 2-10 and 11. 11 is one of the ghosts, so we're going to have to go in there anyway. Oh, 2-12. Oh god, my heart's going right now. Okay, which room is it? That's the math room, right? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one closed. Talisman is next door. Right? Yeah. Okay. 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 This one. I think that was our second encounter with the haunted head. Alright, there we go. Math puzzle. This is 12, right? I think that was it. Literally, that was it, okay. Okay. That's the... Whatchamacallit? The dead plant thingy. Nothing in here? This is actually a room we're gonna be coming back to. Do you mind? I think it's the men's room, right? So there's a ghost in one of the bathrooms. I think this is the one. If it's not that one, it's this one. Yeah, this might be the one, actually. Hmm? Oh, this. Oh, that's creepy. The coin is gone. Oh, don't go super quiet like that. That's even worse. You can actually interact with these, which is really interesting. There's a reason for it, but okay. We are on the upper floors, so I haven't checked all these yet. Do a quick sweep over here. I did not scope out these rooms yet. Purchase request slip requested to main office, submitted by Hiking Club. Request insect repellent spray, which is what we used on the tree. Reason to prevent damage caused by insects while participating in outdoor activities. Warning: keep away from heat and open flame as the content is extremely flammable. Gotcha. Okay. I'm not seeing anything else showing up. Wait, can't open you? Huh. Okay, there was an item in here that I did not grab. Typewriter button M. It's our second one. And I think that might be everything at this point. Oh, we didn't get the hat. Don't forget the hat. Okay, gym teacher's hat. Got it. Alright. And we already went to the ghost over there. Okay. So we've had our one kind of rando ghost encounter twice, which was the haunted head. Here's our next random one. Recall the story. The secret of the pond, the one that the bloated body from the pond that comes up to the school windows. That's why there's prints here. Yeah, there's one. Thank you for that. Figure while we're here. So that one is called The Girl Outside the Window, I think, is her name. The attendance ghosts. I think the girl outside the window pops up no matter what, so does the haunted head. The attendance ghost is right over here. She's in one of these rooms. I can't remember which one. 211, I think. This one. Alright, this is one I have to forewarn about. First of all, you need the lights off for ghosts like this. And you want to examine this, but she will hurt you. Some of the ghosts do hurt you. This is one of them. There you go. That's the attendance ghost, and she hurt us pretty bad. Okay, oh my god. Really? I'm gonna use the soy milk. Soy milk is delicious. Just got my trophy for that. Okay, so got a trophy for for getting hurt by the ghost. But yeah, that's how much she damages you too. Like she did. That's like a. So I said the soy milk is supposed to be 25%, I think, and the lunch is supposed to be the lunchbox is supposed to be 75. So I just had to do a whole 100% heal there for that. So yeah, that's a thing. Okay, mathematics ghost I think is at the end of the hallway. Um, I can't think of what her name is. 2-7 it says. Okay, so we're looking for 2-7. Maybe that's not here. It's either up here or oh, here it is. Can you hear that? Okay, so this one's referred to, I don't remember the formal name, but it just says the child who is solving a problem. That might be the official one. Let me look at my list. I do actually have official names. Kid solving a problem. That's the name.
How is this wrong? That can't be. How is this wrong? That can't be.
Oh god, that is so creepy. She's looking at us. Look at her face. I'm feeling all kinds of things around my body right now. Do not like that. She still creeps me out. Oh my god. She still creeps me out. Okay. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. Get the feels out of my body there. Okay. There are two more ghosts I think we can run into at this point that aren't story related, and they're both bound to those repetitive encounters where you can get trophies for them. We're gonna do those last, just because they do take a little bit of time. But finding them is not hard by any means. It just takes time to get them to react. But let's first get that last ghost story that we're missing, which I think is the voice that beckons me. Otherwise, I think we have all of them up to this point. So again, we're ignoring the talisman, but I think we're in this one. Alright, so story number 4 for us, 17 for the count. Voice that beckons me. A and B were very close classmates. A always took care of B, who was very fragile. B was always thankful to A for that. Without A, B knew it would be impossible to have a normal school life. To B, A was the most important person in the world. Then one day, there was an accident at the school. There was a fire in the old school building, and unfortunately, B was inside. B could not escape and died in the fire. A was deeply saddened by B's death. She could almost hear B screaming out A's name. begging to be saved. In the imagination of A, the desperate voice calling for help from B slowly filled with resentment. A felt very sad and thought that B's death was her fault. After that, A did not step outside her room. A's mind was full of thoughts about B. Even while asleep, B would appear in the dream of A, resenting A for not being there to save B. Being awake was no different. The voice of B always followed A. A knew it must be an auditory hallucination created by her sadness and guilt, but A was in agony nonetheless. A began to lose weight day by day, suffering from the pain and guilt. Then one night, A quietly snuck out of her home to visit the school. A passed the bench in the school field, where they always sat and chatted with each other, and arrived at the spot where B died. A heard the resentful voice of B even there. A thought it was time to end her agony. To escape the sadness and guilt of losing a friend she loved, A chose suicide. A thought that going to where B was now would be the only way to escape from the haunting voice of B. A chose to hang herself. The pain was so great that A couldn't breathe until her sight slowly faded away. As if coming to greet A, the face of B appeared faintly in front of her. The face of B, glowing with a hazy blue light, was smiling brightly. B's face came closer and whispered, "Thanks. I needed you to die so I can live again." A struggled to breathe, to save herself from her fate. The voice that just whispered was the voice of B, the same voice that had been following A ever since B died. A wasn't hearing things. The voice was real. That story is actually really important to the main story. You'll notice in a lot of cases they don't disclose the names of the ghosts. And we have already actually seen this ghost, so if you think about it. And if you go to the ghost collection from the main screen, it will show which one's linked to which. So we already know this one. It's the girl who hanged herself. Alright, so we just need to get 2 more ghost encounters and we're done with this area. There is woman in the locker, which you can actually get in any room. So this room was clear. We need the lights off and just pick any locker. Doesn't matter which one. And you should get a trophy called Scared You for that. We need to get her to pop out 9 more times. So, I'm not going to make you sit through all that, but I'm going to do it right now. We're just going to keep popping up in the same locker until we get 10 times. Alright, that was number 10 for me, and that should get you the Hide and Seek trophy. So, moving on. One more ghost encounter in this building. Actually, there's one more after that, but we've already seen her, so. I think we want to go into the girls' bathroom and to the last stall. Second floor. I could be wrong. We'll find out pretty quick. You just gotta go in, hide, and wait for it. It takes a while. I think we found it.
Not here either.
So you should get a trophy for that called "Come Out, Come Out." That is um, the face filled with hatred ghost. We don't have that story yet. So the second trophy for this one is called "Wait for Her," and you have to experience this 30 frickin' times. So we are just gonna sit here and wait for that to happen again. She's coming, the other one. Well, that's lovely. I think that's the third time for her. Alright, we may actually have to get up and trigger it again. Let's try, 'cause she hasn't come for a while here. Yeah, okay, we gotta get up and reinitiate. Sorry.
Not here either. Not here either.
Okay, just another note on that one. You actually have to wait for her to drop down and scare you.
Not here either.
Alright. And that was it. 30 times for the trophy. Wait for her. And the description for the trophy is: the scent of the bathroom is becoming heavenly. WTF. In that time, I got a new drink. I got myself food and ate it. I took a bathroom break. I had a full-on conversation with my mother about reading. I'm probably missing things that I did there. That's how much time that took. All right, so I'm not going to make you sit through that. I'm going to edit that crap out. But here we go. In that time, I think I also had, I got up to 5 encounters with the haunted head. And we need to do her 30 times as well. So, easy way to get her if you want to get it early is to literally just sit there and walk away and let your game do it for you. Because she just pops randomly. Because like I said, we've already got, 5 random encounters with her. So, that should be everything that we need in this building right now. We will have to backtrack later. The only thing left is for us to get that talisman and kind of finish dialogue options with this part of the story. So, let's head back to what room is it? We're on 2nd floor, right? So we want to go down. Why am I walking? I think we're... Wait, So Young was grabbed on the 1st floor, wasn't she? That means that's where we want to go? Actually, we need to do a backup save, so sorry. Let me open all these doors. I want to make sure the janitor is as distracted as possible. Am I on the... Oh, no, we have to go to the room where she was, so we have to go to 2nd floor. I don't know why I'm thinking. Okay. Got all those. Actually, let's go here. So that can actually serve as a backup point if you want to make different decisions and follow Sung A's route instead of So Young's. But we are following So Young's route for this first playthrough. Or at least this first part of this first playthrough.
Hey! Why are you still here? Anyway, what was that noise I heard?
Okay, options for Sung A is right, left, left. A big tree monster kidnaps So Young. If you're wondering about the decisions, So Young has the hardest ending to get in the game. One, you need to have your affinity with her up as high as possible. And I mean, minor things will change that, but you also need to get the truth. So there's a lot of like seemingly minor dialogue decisions that actually make a big deal when it comes to the ending. And so stuff like this, a big tree monster kidnaps So Young, is more important than saying So Young's gone. So again, right, left, left.
Tree? Are you insane? I don't understand what you're saying. Why are there so many guys in this school who are completely obsessed with So Young? She's not even that pretty. Hey, come on, be honest. Are you here this late because you're into So Young as well? Is it because tomorrow is White Day?
So it's none of your business is rude. So you want to go with the that is no, actually we want to go with. I actually have it's none of your business written down. I don't think that's right. Why do I have that written down? You know, the reason that might be it is because your affinity with Sung Ah doesn't really matter in the end. I was second guessing myself there for a second. Right, left, left. Stick to the right, left, left. It's none of your business.
Have it your way then. Look, wake up, stupid. You think you're the only one so young bewitched with that face of hers? You don't know this, but she's a manipulative witch.
Really? Is So Young really like that?
Yes, she is. And that's not all. There are a ton of totally strange rumors about her. Rumor has it, So Young... Huh? Did you hear something just now?
Alright, this is the true fork in the road where you cannot go back. There are two paths through the story on your first playthrough that I mentioned in the preliminary discussion. So Young's route or Sung Ah's route. And this is one of the two forks in the road where you have to choose one versus the other. Most people choose to go after Sung Ah because for obvious reasons. You know, we don't want to leave her alone. But if you go to where the sound is coming from, it's going to bring you on a different path. And we're gonna go to where the sound is coming from.
What are you doing in here? Tell me, what happened earlier?
And we are now officially on So Young's route. At least the first part of it. So this is a left-left situation. She has no idea what we're talking about if you take the right option. Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Yeah, I'm fine. I can't remember anything. I woke up on the floor of a completely different room. I have a feeling that tonight is very different. Maybe the day is here. You know something too, don't you?
So if you're curious again about decisions, the reason I'm going for again information like this is if you look at the description for White Chrysanthemum, the hardest ending to get, which is on her route, uh, the subtext of it is truth. You're trying to get the truth of the situation, so you want to build affinity and figure out what's going on. That's the main difference between So Young's route and Sung Ah's route. You're taking kind of two very different paths towards the ending. So there was a piece of wood that looked like a talisman. All I did was put that piece in place.
Oh yeah? Maybe. That might have caused it. All right, that's fine. This school has so many hidden secrets. I'm gonna go now. If you want to leave the school, go to main building too.
Okay, so what we want to do next is essentially well, I'm going to go to a save point. We're going to save in this building, but we essentially want to get to a point where we can make our way down the hall towards the door with the talisman on it. That's what we have the wooden talisman for. He saw me. We're gonna get the heck away from him and save while we're at it. If he stays on our tracks, that gives us a good way to get away from him. And let's see, this is our backup save for later. And that is a good place to end this episode. To recap, since we have full reign to clear main building 1, we took the time to pick up all the items, do all the ghost encounters, get all the ghost stories that we could, including a couple of the repetitive ones where you had to encounter them several times. And we essentially ended off by going back to the room where So Young disappeared, where she was taken by the bloodthirsty tree, and picked up the wooden talisman. And we ran into Sung Ah right away, and she seems very, I don't know if it's mistrusting or just jealousy, but she's trying to, it's like she's trying to pit us against So Young in some way. Like, she doesn't like her for some reason. And she was scared off by something when she was kind of trying to tell us about a rumor about her. And we followed the noise that scared her and found the girl that hanged herself, the ghost for the girl that hanged herself. And who shows up but So Young, which sets us on the path for So Young's route. So that was kind of officially our point towards that side of the story. And I made one save in there in particular that was a backup save, which is right after you take care of the tree, because that's going to serve as our backup point to follow Sung Ah's route after the first playthrough and the first set of endings. So that'll set us up at a point where we don't need to play this over from scratch, unless you want to do it from scratch. So that can serve as a good backup point to move forward. By talking to So Young, we were essentially just connecting with her, kind of filling her in on what we found, and she said that's probably what would explain with what she heard or something like that. She said she heard something happened, and she's made some insinuation to the night here before what day being really important for some reason. So that's a thing. Next time we are going to take the talisman and use it to get into main building 2, which is where So Young told us to go. So, with that being said, let us close things out for the night. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.